if you're anything like me, you have a calendar full of things, right? And sometimes it's hard to organize those things and realize, what's really important and what you need more help with, and how those things in your task list are going to become things that are actually done and accomplished. So I built a widget in Claude. This doesn't take any code knowledge or anything like that. And I'm going to leave the prompt in the description so you can check it out too, and you can build your own. And you can connect it to your own Google Calendar through Claude. So that's the one prerequisite, is that you add your Google Calendar to your Claude account before you add this widget, because it pulls directly from your Google Calendar. So this is my typical Friday morning. And I built this earlier today, so it can give me the breakdown of what's happening today and what I need to really focus on, kind of what the weather's like. So if I am driving someplace to a client's, I'll know what to plan for. If I need to have an extra 30 minutes of time for travel, that might be a thing too, but it'll tell me that. And also it'll tell me, if there's anything that's coming up, it's really important. Check it out. Here's a little bit of information for you so you can move forward and do the task as good as you possibly can, as effective as you possibly can. So I'm just going to go down through this widget real quick so you can see what it is. And I'm going to explain it as we go. So this is my schedule. I have a meeting with Rob after doing an Elon Musk podcast this morning. Meeting with Rob about AI integration between 1 and 1:30, 30 minutes, feeds into the Claude tools build block. So cool thing about this widget is that if you click on this prep for this, it'll send you out some information so you can actually prep for the task. And we're going to get into that in a little bit. Another thing, Claude tools for stable release. Now, this is a deep build block for me. This is where I have to focus on just coding with AI tools. I use 99% Claude code now because coding has basically been solved, and I'm a full stack engineer, and most of the stuff can be done with Claude code and some other tools. So right now, between 1:30 and 3:20 p.m. or 3:30 p.m., somewhere around there, I'll end up stopping. But I do have a meeting at 3:30 with Jordan at Nvidia, so I have to stop a little bit early, get on that call, and then, of course, you can plan the build, prep for Nvidia, Claude course, how to make apps, outline the course. So all of these things are built into this little miniature app that you don't have to pay anything for. And I think that's the important part, is that you won't have to pay for this other than your Claude subscription, of course. And then I have a Discord open chat, office hours. There's going to be a link in the description for the Discord. So come on over and join us. And then from here, top 3 priorities. And if you don't really know what your priority is that day, which is okay, because some days we're just kind of scatterbrained and it just doesn't work out. Help me prioritize. There's a button right here. Help me prioritize. So Claude can give you the rundown of what's happening, but also what is important, right? Prep prompts right here. Deep work window closed at 10:15. That's roughly 4 hours from wake up. We're only unstructured block today. It tells you exactly what you're doing. Don't waste it on email. So it's like, don't check your email right now. Get some work done. Rob meeting at 1 flows directly into Claude tools build block. Prep for Rob during lunch, so the momentum carries. Nvidia meeting at 3:30. Worth 10 minutes of research during lunch. Jordan will expect you to know what they shipped this week. So AI meeting, Nvidia, big deal, but it's only going to take about 10 minutes of prep work. So that's good because it pulled it in from my calendar. Course at 4:30 for non-technical founders. Have your demo app and talking points ready before the afternoon relay starts. So these are cool things. Plan my morning right here. What am I forgetting? Catch these loose ends and reschedule help, rearrange the day. So big changes. It'll tell you the day summary now flags the real constraint. Your only deep work window is the morning. So it gives you a little rundown of what's happening. Each has a contextual prep button. The Rob meeting sends your stack context. The Nvidia meeting pulls their latest news. Claude course button scaffolds and outline targeting non-technical founders. So we're going to get into this as well. We're going to get into all of these things too. The Nvidia meeting pulls the latest news. So let's go back up. Let's take another quick look at what's going on today. Elon podcast done. Meeting with Rob AI integration. Let's see what this does. Prep for this. It opens up a new chat with Claude. And then you just have to scroll up. And of course, you can do this every day. You can go back through and tell Claude, hey, make the widget over again. So every morning you can do this again for free. You don't have to pay for an app to do this. This is insanely cool. I got a Rob meeting at 1 and it flows directly into your Claude tools, build block at 1:30. Here's how I'd approach it before the meeting. Get clear on one thing. What does AI integration mean for Rob? That phrase covers everything from I want a chatbot on my website to we need to embed LLM reasoning into our product pipeline. The entire meeting hinges on scoping this. So we're going to be scoping with Rob today about what his company needs, his enterprise company needs when they integrate with AI. They want to integrate Claude into their enterprise somehow. And this is kind of a kickoff meeting to figure out what's going on with them and how I'm going to help them integrate into their systems. Now, that being said, it could be something simple like a chatbot, but it also could be, hey, we need help prioritizing, building something not like this calendar, but something similar to this for their internal teams. So they are more productive and they know how to manage and optimize their time better. Now, the questions to ask Rob, which is directly from Claude. Scoping the problem. What's the specific workflow or product you want AI integrated into? Walk me through what a user does today without it. So basically ask the question, what's your problem? Not like that, but like, what problem do you have? And also take all that information in. And if they don't use AI, how long does it take them? What can we do to solve that? What does success look like? Fast throughput, fewer errors, and a new capability that doesn't exist yet. That could be a thing. Is this a user-facing feature? Customers interact with AI. So if they want an AI chatbot, that's forward-facing, user-facing, or an internal tooling. AI augments your team. So AI can help their team out. Technical constraints, what's your current stack? So it goes through everything, budget, timeline, everything. So basically, this is a meeting about business, a business meeting, if you will. And once this is, once I take a look at this, like this is my prep for the Rob meeting, then I go back up and I check out what's next, right? AI integration with Claude. Claude build tools for a stable release. And if I click this, you can plan the build. This is for this. I would build with Claude with this, but it's probably going to tell me to get some sort of internal code tools going on tool. I need a bit more context on what Claude tools for stable release actually means for you. Let me check if we've talked about this before. Let's see. So this is also a thing that Claude and I have talked about before, and this is the Stable IQ app. And then I tell it Stable IQ, check this out. And then it'll tell me what I need to do to get this started, right? So we have to wait. So that 130 to 320 feature for Stable IQ features production ready based on what I know about the project. Tight for broad work, but I'm just tightening things up, right? So for this project right here, core data model, backend hardening, if the Superbase schema needs work before anything else makes sense. Single user facing feature, start to finish, pick the one feature. So this has all of my work that I've been building for this app that we're releasing this week. It's for stable management for equestrian companies. So people that have a barn and they teach people how to ride horses, basically. So I'm building a SaaS app so people can sign up for it and they can pay the owners of the barns and the students can do their thing and instructors get paid. Everybody gets paid. It's an all around app. And right now we're building things. We're building things to make that completely stable and completely production ready. Now, which track maps to where Stable IQ actually is right now? And then I would tell it, and then we go through all the other features just using Claude. So it would help me make these decisions throughout the day as I click through and I go back up to this. I'm just going to go to the Nvidia one, prep for Nvidia. So this is an interesting one because this is a meeting that I have about integrating some features I can't go into it too much, but let's just see what Claude has to offer here, because it could be interesting, because I have talked to Claude about this. Let's see what they say. Now, and as you can see, it is loading a lot because it's trying to figure out what's going on. And this is news from this week: product launches, partnerships, developer tools, anything relevant. Give me 4 to 5 things I should know going in. So this is a checklist that I'll be going into the meeting with, and just picking off a few of these things. Like, hey man, good job with the product launch of XYZ. This is really great. I'm really excited about this. What's happening, and then what kind of developer tools we can work with together. The Vera Rubin platform, H2 2026, $20 billion Grok acquisition, already produced a chip, $1 trillion in orders projected through 2027. Nemo Claude, which is really cool, an agent toolkit, open source play for AI agents, basically trying to work against OpenClaw, kind of like compete against OpenClaw, which is really fun for me. Space computing and AI factories as grid assets. Given your SpaceX background, this one's worth knowing. Nvidia announced Space One, a Vera Rubin based module for orbital data centers. So that's really interesting to me. And bottom line for your conversation with Jordan. So this is where it gets really, really cool. Nvidia just made the biggest platform bet in its history. Grok integration signals that they know GPUs alone won't cut it for agentic AI inference. Agent Toolkit is their play to own the software layer. So if Jordan is on the developer tools or platform side, definitely on the platform side, the Nemo, Claw, OpenShell stuff is the most relevant angle. If you're on the hardware infrastructure stuff, Vera Rubin and Grok integration are a conversation. So a little bit of both. There. I can do some Nemo, Claw, OpenShell, which is pretty interesting to me, and we can chit chat about that. But like, how can I help them out, right? And then you just scroll up again, and you can do the next one, Discord, etc., office hours. And then this is the really interesting thing for me. Claude built this. Help me prioritize. So which one of these things should I really focus on today? What if you're not sure, right? What if you just have a full day and you're like, you know what? My brain is racked. I have no idea what's going on today. I know I have this calendar full of stuff, but which one is the most important? Claude course content prep is priority number 1. This is the most time sensitive. You're literally teaching the course at 4:30 p.m. today. Yes, if you don't have your outline, demo app, and talking points ready before the afternoon gauntlet starts at 1, you're winging it. Your target audience is non-technical founders. Could be you. That means you need a clean narrative, not just code. Spend 60 to 90 minutes of your morning deep work block on this. Done it. Okay, great. Get the outline locked. Pick a demo launch kit. That's one of my other apps that I'm building. And then write your key beats once the afternoon relay starts. You won't have time. Yeah, I just get packed in the afternoon. Job search outreach is the highest level thing that consistently gets deprioritized. You're targeting remote full stack roles, Series A, C startups, and then launch kit. It feeds directly into the course content. It's your best demo. It's the most shippable thing in your project list, and any progress here pulls double duty. But be honest about scope. You've got maybe 30 to 45 minutes left in the morning after the first two priorities. Pick one specific thing and then get that done. What I deprioritize today. Awesome list toolkits. I'm making lists for people that use Claude Code. Podcast production, not a big deal. It should only take a little while anyway. So that can be done like at the end of the day. Don't need that. Morning should look like, here we go. Full list. This is just for the morning. And then I really pack in for the rest of the day. So that was cool that it told me exactly what I should be doing this morning. And now let's go back up. And, scrolling back up, not the best thing. So there's probably ways to make this a more effective chat. But let's see. Help me prioritize. Rob meeting at 1 flows directly into Claude. And then the quick NVIDIA brief. We already did that. What am I forgetting? Reschedule help. So rearrange the day. I'm not going to rearrange anything today. So what am I forgetting? Let's see, because it knows all the history of the things that I've asked it about in the code that I've used with Claude Code. So it knows exactly what I'm working on and what clients I'm working on the things with. So it knows what I'm doing way outside of my own head. Like I can't keep track of all these things, right? Catch up on AI tools, YouTube live streaming, Starship, weekly review. It's Friday. Got 6 events today. No time for reflection after 10:30. That's true. Super busy. Job search follow-ups, invoice billing, content publishing. So end of month is Tuesday. If you have any stage 0 agency clients with outstanding invoices, we do not. They pay up front. Or if you need to send March invoices, that needs to happen before Wednesday. Not urgent today, but flag it for Monday. The thing I'd act on right now, respond to that Monday noon meeting invite and sort out the eye exam situation. The eye exam situation has been figured out. So Claude, I've declined it. Both take 30 seconds and they'll nag you all weekend if you don't. But the Monday noon meeting, yes, 100%. Good job, Claude, telling me exactly what I need to focus on for like the next few days. So this is a really, really helpful tool for people like me. I have a lot of things to do, but sometimes I just don't know what to prioritize and what structure to use to prioritize those things. Now, sometimes Claude gets it a little bit wrong, which is okay, because you know already what the things are that you're going to be working on and how it works. So what you could do here is if Claude gets anything wrong, type it in here, let Claude know that it's wrong, and then it'll have that in its memory. So the next time that thing comes up, Claude will know exactly what to do, which is great. The memory of Claude is absolutely amazing. Now, I'm going to leave this prompt for you in the description. It's a very long prompt, but it tells you what to build, how to build it, everything that you need for the prompt so you can get this result up here. So you can kind of prioritize your day. Like this is something you do like early in the morning, like right when you wake up. You pull this up, you do the prompt, or you can just use this same thing. I used it before because I was making a meal prep app, and I was like, you know what? How cool would it be if I just had like all this stuff in my meetings in one spot, right? And I forked it off of that meal prep app, and I'll show you the meal prep app in another video. It's very, very cool. I'm really excited about it because meal prepping for me is a big deal because I'm working on my health. So that's going to be in the next video. It's going to be a prompt similar to this morning briefing dashboard widget prompt, right? Make sure it's a widget. You can visualize it too. Visualizer, artifact, or a standalone project. You can also build this into an app. You can use this prompt and just say like, build this into an app that I can use. And, you know, connect it the way that you want to connect it with the API. And here's the weather API it connects to, the Mateo, Open Mateo, calendar pull. It uses the Google Calendar via MCP, daily summary, generate the one-line synthesis using the Anthropic API. Send the calendar events, weather, priorities, etc. Interaction model. And you can tweak all this too. So you don't have to use this prompt exactly, but you can tweak it as much as you want. You can tell it where you live, you know, don't tell it Savannah if you don't live in Savannah. Don't, you know, tell New York City if you don't live in New York City. Not a full calendar app, no week view, no month view, no event creation. So you have to tell it what it is not as well. This is the important part because you want it to be streamlined as much as possible. And then eventually Claude will learn everything that you've been doing and what you're going to be doing through your calendar. And it will be able to prompt you when you have something coming up too. Not a to-do list app. This is much, much bigger than a to-do list. 3 priorities max. If you need more, they need a different tool. So if you have more than 3 priorities, that's on you, which is totally cool. Some people have all day as a priority. Not a weather app, one strip, one glance, done. And so like, as you can tell, it's written by AI, one strip, one glance, done. The value is synthesis. So I basically asked Claude to build this prompt for me. And I told it basically like, this is what I want. Build me a prompt for this so I can share it with other people. So it builds this thing. So there you have it, everybody. This is a morning briefing dashboard prompt for Claude. So you can get your days in order and then you can work very optimized throughout your day. Whether you're a stay-at-home parent, whether you work a 9-to-5 job, whether you're an office worker, whatever you do, you can use this for anything. If you work in, if you work in a gym, and you have classes throughout the day, anything where you need a schedule, you need to prioritize those schedules, this is the one for you. So thanks for watching, everybody. Make sure to hit the like and subscribe button while you're here. I appreciate all of your time. Take care of yourselves and each other, and I will see you in the next one.